Hello, and welcome to another episode of Scavenger Life. This is episode number 319 at scavengerlife.com.
I think this is the first podcast we've ever done outside.
We are recording outdoors.
Yep.
We are currently taking a break from a video job that we're doing to record this. So the best place to do it was outside.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Because a Sunday, rain or shine, we always it's want to be doing this podcast.
Rain or shine. Exactly.
So this week, I think, has been for us about being an adult. That's what this week has been. Because we have a lot going on.
Yeah.
All good stuff, all things that we've created for ourselves. You know, like we're doing a video job.
A big video job.
Yeah. We're renovating the house.
Yep.
Kind of right at the end.
Yep.
And it's managed guys, it's finishing up.
Yeah.
Tiling.
Yeah.
Trim work.
Oh God, so many details.
We're doing eBay.
Yep.
It's the last week of our helpers, so we were kind of like getting her to do as much as she could before she stopped working for us for a while.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot.
Yeah.
And so the being an adult part was we were planning to go to New York, on Wednesday actually.
Yeah.
And we canceled it. We had a free place to stay.
We had a free ride up there.
Oh my God. And we said no. We canceled it. So we could take care of business.
Look, it was crazy that we were going to go to New York. I really want to go. I still want to go, of course. But it's just it's just too much.
Yeah. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer.
Yeah.
But also we have a ton of other good stuff to do.
Yeah.
Things that just have to get taken care of.
So eBay this week has been continued to be good for us. I mean, I guess anything compared to a year ago in the summertime is good.
Yeah.
Last year, I don't know about for other people, but we had a dismal
bad summer. Low
summertime. And so we're exceeding expectations from a year ago.
Yeah.
So it's been good.
So that's very good.
So yeah, our helper, Friday was her last day, like when she had been working 20 hours a week.
Yeah.
She came 5 days a week, it's 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
And so she now is going to stop that, and we are hoping we can still get her to work 4 hours a week.
Yeah. I think she will.
Yeah.
That will help us a lot still.
Yep.
And obviously it'll be a lot less paycheck for us to put out.
Right.
Which is nice.
But she helped us get through everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I can express what a big deal that is. I mean, ever since we've started to sell on eBay, we've always had mounds and mounds of stuff we hadn't been able to put online just because we didn't have time. We call them the death piles.
Yeah.
I mean, bins and piles and boxes shoved into corners, and she started back in October. She's helped us get through everything.
Yep.
Where as of right now, the only thing we haven't put up online is stuff we bought Thursday.
Right. Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I never thought we'd get through all that stuff.
Yeah.
The ties.
Yep. Slides. Books.
You know what? That stuff is selling. That stuff sells every day.
Drawer pulls.
Oh, the drawer pulls.
Yep.
Drawer pulls sell.
Yep.
Purses.
All that stuff.
Mm-hmm. No, it's good. I'll miss our helper. She kept me motivated to be working. Because instead I'd just be like, doing experimental baking. You know what I mean? But I still like doing that stuff, but, it's good to keep working.
Yeah. So, this week, let me tell you how we really did.
Yeah, I want to know.
Okay. So, in our main store, we made about $1,700.
It's incredible.
Yep.
That's so great.
Again, if we're making $200 a day,
we're happy.
We're happy. So we made over that. We sold 44 items, which is very nice.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
Yeah, our average price was about $37, $38 per
That's a nice average price. It's almost $40.
It's very nice.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
it is very nice.
Hey,
we actually sold one thing on Bonanza.
I sold a t-shirt.
Yep.
$25 t-shirt. You cannot beat $25 for a t-shirt. It was a brand new shirt.
Bonanza.
Bonanza.
What kind of shirt was it? Was it a John Mayer shirt?
No, it was like a Paul Reed Guitars.
Oh, okay.
Someone correct me if that's incorrect, but I don't know. It was just some brand new shirt.
It looked cool.
It reminds me of like one of those like small companies that makes, guitars, and like the people who are really nerdy about those like want the t-shirt. Yep. So that was cool.
We love the nerdy people.
I love all the nerds.
Yep. And then in our second store, we sold 6 items for about $300.
Hey, that's great.
Yep. And
amazing.
Our average price was it's $50.
Good Jesus.
Store, which is great.
Oh my God.
I know. It was $40.
Good. Yeah, I mean, look, there are days where I have like 10 things to ship, and I'm like, this is great. I mean, it's exhausting.
Yep.
Because we have all this other stuff. I have been waking up at 5 or 6 a.m. because we have this video project we're working on. And, like, we have to get to the video project, in the morning. So I'm like, I gotta wake up super early and, like, pull my stuff and ship it.
Yep.
So it's...
And just so it's clear, when we say a video project, those of you who have been hearing this know, but maybe some people don't. In our past lives, pre-eBay,
right,
we are a video producers,
independent video makers.
And so, but we still take these jobs from time to time.
Yeah.
When the job sounds interesting or fun, or we like the person,
Right.
So that's a great thing that eBay, it allows us to pick and choose. And so anyone who thinks that they have to either quit their job and only do eBay, that's not true.
Yeah.
What eBay does is it allows you to not have to take jobs that you don't want
to take.
I always encourage people who start doing eBay like to consult or
or freelance, like
a nurse. I mean, pick up some shifts every so often or whatever.
Right. I mean, we definitely have heard from people on the blog, on the forum that just that's what they do,
and make them pay you a lot of money because you could take it or leave it.
That's right. You're like, I don't need this.
So let's talk about the Scavenger of the week.
Yes.
So I don't know if you had a different idea, but my idea was that like box of dirty diner mugs that you found.
You thought that was the Scavenger of the week?
I did.
That's so funny.
Why?
Because you were like, why are you getting those? Because they looked disgusting. Yep. They looked tobacco stained and grease stained, like they were brown. Right. And these are white mugs, right?
And you soaked them in vinegar.
I soaked them in vinegar and soap, just to... Because look, vinegar, we have really hard water at our house. So you have to soak, like, the toilets in pure white vinegar to, like, get all the, like, calcification off. So I'm like, if vinegar is going to do that, it's going to get this, like, greasy, like, tobacco-stained crap off. So I put it in this bowl. I put hot water with vinegar and soap. And then I actually took a magic eraser. And so I scrubbed it with soap and, like, a little scrubby. And then I grabbed the magic eraser to get any hard spots. They look brand new. Yep. And they're probably from the 50s.
So this is why I think it's the Scavenger of the Week.
Yes.
Because I think it's a good example of the kind of stuff that we love to buy and sell.
Yeah.
Because, number one, nobody wanted these.
Because it looks disgusting.
They
look so gross.
Almost free,
Yeah.
It's cool because it's fun to see if they'll sell.
Right. Right.
So it's like almost a challenge. You take these things. And then number 3 is just because they're like neat pieces of history.
Yeah.
Like that's what attracts us and why you're willing to figure out how to clean them.
Right. And the thing about these is, okay, so we didn't really describe what they are. But first of all, I love old like diner china. It's super thick because it had to get washed a million times. It's got this cool little like vintage pattern on it. And it's marked and it's made in the USA and it was made in West Virginia. It's just like, it's this American history of industry and also like the diner culture, and like, it's just part of American history that you just don't see anymore. And so I love things like that.
And we know there is someone out there that will appreciate it.
Yeah. and there were 6 of them.
Yep.
It wasn't like just one random one. It was like, this is a set. So some like retro, diner nerd wants these for their. I almost wanted to put them in the new house. I was like, these might be cool, but they're not quite as much coffee as you want. Like for us, we're like, we want big mugs for people. Like it's not just like a dainty little coffee cup.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And that's the thing about mugs, though. I mean, we like to sell mugs, but it really it's like baseball hats. It's like it's kind of, I don't know really how to tell someone which ones to buy. It's kind of a feeling that you have. It's really easy to just have a mug obsession, and because they're so cheap, but none of them sell. But if you can have the right eye, like we sold today 2 mugs for $50.
A pair of mugs for $50
to a person in England, because they're
very special. These mugs, so the ones that sold were like this very specialty mug with a pattern of like a ship and like a knot. Like, I don't know what you call it, like a special sailing knot or something. And they were made in England, so I'm like, oh, they're going back. Yeah. That makes sense. But
Churchill mugs.
Churchill, yeah. So it's just.
So when you're in a store and there's like, a whole wall of mugs, how are you finding the good ones?
It's just like anything. It's like when you see a rack of t-shirts, well, which one are you going to buy? Well, you start looking through them and being like, that's neat. Yeah. That's weird and old. Like, it's made in the USA or it's made in Japan. It's something that, like, actually Wendy used to always talk about, where you can see and feel the quality of material. Mm-hmm. So I go for those, but I also go for weird, like, 80s funny, like, ironic mugs that are kind of like trucker hats, where you're like, it's got this weird catchphrase on it that you're like, what?
It's like a neon pink with like Florida on it,
Look, that's a hat I sold this week.
I know.
I want to describe it. So it was baby blue trucker hat, mesh trucker hat, and it said Florida in bright pink script with a checkerboard behind it, and you're like, dude, like,
see, and there's probably
you couldn't even like think that up.
There's probably people hearing that being like,
that's ugly.
Why would someone buy that? But we know the kind of people.
Like somebody in Brooklyn bought that.
Yep.
Period. End of story. Because it's awesome.
I mean.
I'm sorry. I'm going to correct that. Someone in Florida bought that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure some hipster in Florida bought it.
There you go.
So anyway, I don't know.
But, again, that set of mugs, those dirty vintage diner mugs, those are the kind of things we find that excite us, that keep us going for the next week, Yeah. Because it's a challenge, and it's kind of, it's a fun thing to see if we can find someone that has the same sense of coolness as we do.
And I will say this on the other side, there are many, many times where you'll get something and be like, this is so awesome and cool and funky, and 3 years later you sell it.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, it took a while.
It happens.
Yeah.
So some of the things we did sell, some of the other things we sold, just a couple things I wanted to point out was Tom's shoes.
Tom's shoes, yeah.
So I'm sure many of you know this. Tom's is a brand, and it's that one where it's like, if you buy this pair of shoes, we'll give a pair of shoes to some kids in Africa.
Yeah.
It's those shoes. And they've become super popular with hipsters. You buy it in Urban and Out.
They're expensive, too.
Yeah, and they're really expensive brand new. We've learned that we can sell these in any condition.
Shape, any condition.
They can be super worn on the bottom. They can have holes in them. They can be stained, and people will buy them even for $20.
And you know what? I bought them.
Yep.
Because they're comfortable.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't care if there's a hole in them. I want those.
But I will say that these shoes are, they're so poorly made, in my opinion.
They're pretty flimsy.
Like, the soles are just kind of, it's like a foam.
It's a foam, yeah.
And
that's what makes them comfortable.
Super, just simply stitched together. It probably costs them $1 a pair. They sell them for $70 plus.
Yeah.
And to me, it really is just a total commodity that has no value.
Yeah.
Beyond this kind of small period of time when
Right.
people think, and obviously because they're so popular, you can now buy shoes called Bobs
Which
by
we also
Skechers, right?
sold this week.
And so, like, I guess that shoe company Skechers
They
said,
make-
we
we'll
could
just make those.
we'll just make them to look exactly. I mean, it's almost like a joke, and they're
almost
called
like
Bobs.
I know, it's
and
so
they're
funny.
and they're like $20.
They're knockoffs.
And so I feel like Tom's is just like it's like
Wow.
It's Crocs was, they were super
like a
popular
trend.
at one point,
Yeah,
expensive, and
it's
now
trendy.
there's like fake Crocs everywhere.
I will tell you the first time I ever wore Toms. This is a great story because this relates to everything we're talking about. We were in New York City. We were walking down like 10th Street, and there's a pair of Toms in my size sitting on the curb. Because someone's like, here's like my clothes, and there's probably other stuff too.
Calling out to you.
And I was like, it wasn't quite, the reason I actually ended up selling them, and this is how I knew that people bought them for a lot of money, they were white, so they were stained. I mean, I washed them and stuff. But they were half a size too small for me, but I was like, these are super, oh my god, these are so comfortable. This is why everybody's obsessed with these shoes. Because it feels like you're wearing slippers, but they're shoes.
Right.
But like you said, they fall apart all the time.
Yeah.
Like they get holes in them
I guess,
constantly.
I mean, I'm just like Tom's.
Toms.
Why don't you just
Tom.
make make them out of canvas,
Right.
and then the soles make them out of it's leather or some kind
Something, yeah.
of more substantial. Anyway,
Yeah.
so that's just
So
a
anyway, Toms. Tom,
That's-
are you listening?
tip of the week. Buy
Tip.
Tom's in any
Condition. You see Toms?
We sold 2 pair.
Yeah.
It's this week.
I found a brand new pair of Toms and I sold
Right.
them for $67.
Yes.
I have a bunch that are about to be listed or are listed that have holes in them, and they will still sell.
Okay, the other thing we sold, I just wanted to point out, we sold them actually a day ago. These swimming caps, these vintage,
funny.
like it's what you think of from the 50s or
They're
40s.
like rubber swimming caps.
A woman puts on like a rubber swimming cap to keep her hair dry, and we've had these for so long.
So long, yeah.
We sold 2 of them for $60.
Yeah.
Which is kind of insane we had them up that high, but they got bought for that price by a Brooklyn prop company.
And you know what's so funny? There's certain things when we take photos of them and I'm like, this is totally for a prop company. And a lot of times the prop companies do find them,
Yeah, I mean, that's a good example of our Scavenger of the Week.
Right.
Where finding something is like that, it's like a neat piece of history.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't make them like that in that kind
Right.
of quality, and I don't know, it's maybe they do, but this prop company thought it was worth buying those because it's got a certain kind of quality to it that you probably can't buy brand new.
Yeah. I always wonder, like, if there's stuff that we see on TV or movies that was bought from us and we just, like, didn't remember.
Maybe.
Because, like, I'll see stuff and I'll be like, that's something I would totally have
But I mean,
in my
there's
store.
a lot of people out there that will say that they sold things to
prop companies.
all kinds of,
Yeah.
because I mean those companies are just on eBay, searching
Yeah.
for things that don't exist.
We were watching a show the other day that was based in the 80s. Because those shows are popping up all over the place, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's all eBay. Like, you just see every outfit, you're like, they totally got that on eBay. Or like some like crazy lamp or typewriter, and you're like, they must have,
Sure.
It's fun to see that,
I mean, the way the way I interpret that is like I will watch those shows and just think, how much did they spend on that one scene?
Right.
The whole room, the furniture, the paintings, the phone.
Yeah.
I mean, all of that stuff had to come from somewhere, and I mean that could be $20,000.
Well, the thing usually
just
is
in that
like
one room.
I mean, depending on what it is, the prop companies usually own those things. So, they'll put it in a scene, but then, they'll rent it out to like another company. Oh, I know what we sold to a prop company. And I bought this thinking this is going to sell to a prop company. It was a 1986 cordless phone called the Excursion.
Right.
And it was kind of beat up and stuff. And I was like, it's totally untested. And I think I sold it for like $60 or $70. Right. It had the original receipt. It said 1986, which I love.
Had the box.
Absolutely. Because if I looked at it normally, I'd be like, oh, it might be from the 90s. No, 1986.
Yeah. People love to.
And it went to a prop company.
TV shows when it's
the big old like portable phone that's got the what is it? The antenna that you pull up.
Right.
Oh my God, I remember those. but the portable phone like changed everything.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going in my room. Like shut the door. It was funny.
Okay, what our coming week will be like. Well, since we're not going to go to, it's New York.
Yeah, bummer.
This is becoming, we say it every week, but I'm working on the house. We're almost there.
All the little details. Look, we're moving furniture in.
Yep.
That's happening.
The toilet's in, the
you can pee
sink.
in the toilet.
We're going to finish the actual
kitchen sink.
Tub, or the, a shower. We're going to install the kitchen sink.
Oh, you're doing a good job.
Yep, it's happening, and I already have a couch in there. We'll put beds in. It's gonna be good.
Couch 1 of 3. Mm-hmm. We have like 2 more to move in. Yes, let's listen to some voicemail calls. You can always call our voicemail line, and the phone number is 540-407-8486, and you have 3 minutes to leave a message.
Hi. I love you guys' podcast so much. I've got a random weird question. I have like 503 listings right now, and I was, selling things on a regular basis. And then I put up a piece of erotic art. It was pretty adult. And then all of a sudden I didn't sell anything for an entire day. And I was trying to figure out if I should put it, I have another eBay account, and I could put it on that eBay account, but I don't have any listings on there, so it's not going to get pushed up. Because I did check my store, and it was like featured, and I was like, oh, well, let's unfeature that, because I also sell baby clothes and things like that. So I unfeatured it, and I did sell one thing, and I'm going to maybe do an experiment this week and leave it on our store. But, I was like, I know erotic art sells. And if this question is too adult, you could totally not play it and not answer me, no problem at all. So I just wondered what your take was on that. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, yes, we have sold things like that before, like pin-up things.
It's naked.
Nude photos.
Yep. So here's the deal. In my opinion,
stuff like that.
We're adults.
I think it's fine.
People are adults.
Yeah.
It's no big deal, it's the internet.
I mean,
I'm sure whatever you have pales in comparison to other things.
Most stuff you can find on the internet.
The other thing is, when someone buys something from us, they are not buying from our store. They're buying from a search. They've done a search for a particular item. Our item pops up in a list with all kinds of other items, and for some reason they get attracted to our thing. So if someone buys a pencil from us and we also have a nude picture in our store, they're not going to see that. I mean, so I
unless
wouldn't
they're
worry
looking
about
through
that.
our store. And then also, I mean, if you're buying like vintage pencils from someone and then they also have like pin-up playing cards, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm offended. I'm not going to buy it from like. If they are, then they shouldn't buy anything on the internet, frankly.
And it's you thinking that because you just posted that and someone didn't buy anything from you from a day, has nothing to do with anything.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. But, if you are, I know some people are concerned about it's mixing that kind of stuff. It's with their normal stuff. Put it on the other store. It doesn't matter if you don't have anything in that store.
People will find it, I think. Yeah. When we first found some of those like pin-up art things, like I have some like pin-up like playing cards or whatever from the 50s. At first I was putting them on the second store, which is fine because we actually do have a second store. But then eventually I was like, it doesn't matter. I'll just put them on whichever store. Right. So.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you guys a call in. Listening to the last podcast and heard you guys talking about the guy with selling car parts and Jay saying something that he would like to try to do that sometime. Well, I just want to give you a real life experience on my part. I had a Civic that a mechanic sent to an early grave by bending a valve doing a timing job. So I ended up starting this spring, taking it apart in my backyard, piece by piece, and I've made over $1,000 off that car. Plus, I have another car that I actually drive to work still that I use, and I pulled several parts off and saved myself several $100 doing that. And I still got the main car body sitting there that I'm just kind of getting lazy and have hauled into the scrapyard. But really, I haven't lost much money on that because all the parts I've taken off have been really small and light. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys a message on that, let you know it actually does work. Have a good day. Bye.
So, Jay, maybe that's what we're going to do with the Acura.
That is awesome. I kind of feel like I don't have the kind of car skills to be able to do that, I'd love to hear like what kind of parts people are buying. Is it like the bumper or the
like how
windshield, or I don't know,
or like the rear view mirror?
Yeah.
I'm like, how do I even take that off?
I feel like our car is so old that everything's scratched up and dirty and dented, and I just don't think that there's anything in our car that someone would want.
I will say this, though.
Seats are torn up.
Seats are really bad right now. But it's a 96 Acura, and, like, a lot of times those people who are souping those up, they're gonna, like, paint that thing anyway, because they're, like, customizing the color. So they're like, yeah, I need a rear view mirror for a 96 Acura Integra. I don't know, but...
Yeah. But I think it's a great idea. I mean, if you have this thing... Rather than just scrapping it and making $200, why not
make $1,000 plus?
Hell yeah!
We're gonna be like one of those people that has the car like parked in the front yard, and we keep like parting it out, and like all our neighbors are like, ugh.
But the point is, to be clear, though, I'm not saying have a junkyard. I'm saying, it's like anything. It's we do. Go ahead and strip it, and then take what is no longer a valuable thing, and then get rid of it,
and then the rest goes. I see what you mean. Part it out, like really part it out. Get those parts into boxes.
Like spend a weekend. Part everything out that's possible. Then call the tow truck guy, and make a couple $100, I guess.
Exactly.
Instead of having a big 10-acre field full of cars that are just it's rusting away.
I wish I had a 10-acre field.
Yeah, right. Seriously.
Hi, Jay and Ryan. This is Derek out in Salt Lake City, Utah. I have my eBay store is Eclipse Deals, and I'm the same name on the Scavenger Life forums now. I just wanted to call and say thanks for all your guys' help. I was reselling off and on over the past few years. I've had a eBay account for probably 10 years or so. But just got into trying to switch to doing it full time. I'm a self-employed handyman, and I wish I lived out by you guys because on Shampoo and Booze it sounds like we like the same kind of work. But unfortunately I'm a little bit of a ways away, so a little bit too much of a travel to work with you on that. But I did just end up getting my first return on eBay for the last 3 months. I've been doing it part-time. Like I said, I'm self-employed, but I'm trying to get more to where I do more eBay than handyman work. And so I've done, my 60-day total is over $4,000. So I've been pushing pretty hard, but not as hard as I would like. But I did just get a return. I was really bummed because it was a $5 item that I sold for $70. And like Jay talked about before, I don't know if it was someone trying to scam me or if it was just a legitimate mistake, but what it was is a cargo carrier like you strap on your vehicle. The guy calls me, wanted a best offer, lowballed me, fought back and forth, sold it, and then about the time he probably would have got back from his trip, he requested a return. So I did what Ryan said. I basically said, hey, I'm more than happy to take your return, but it better be in the same condition, and you're paying return shipping. He asked if I'd pay return shipping. I said no, and accepted the return though. And I literally just got off the phone with eBay because it's been 5 days, and they said nope, it hasn't been returned. So therefore, we're closing the case in your favor. Have a great day. So thank you guys for your help. That put some nice profit with me still, and the list it and forget it that you guys talk about has been great. I'm doing a lot of hard goods, but I do some clothes too, and I have clothes that I have listed, and I've had them up there for months, and then out of nowhere they sell. So so far that's been working really good for me. So thanks a lot for all your help, guys, and hopefully we will talk to you soon. Have a great one.
I love that story.
That's like the perfect call.
I love that call.
Like, I did not set that up. That's it. I mean, number one, I love that he's a self-employed handyman, so he's already it's working for himself.
Please move to our area.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially if you show up on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it's smart. And then just start doing eBay when you don't have other kinds of work, Or
so great.
Or have something now where if handyman stuff starts getting to be, it's physically demanding, eBay could start to become more and more of a thing. I mean, if you made $4,000 in 2 months, that's great. That's $2,000 a month. That's about how much we were making in the beginning as well when we were doing it full time. I mean, so
that's
$2,000
really good.
Bucks a month is no joke.
That's like a full-time job for some people.
Yep.
So that's incredible.
And good job handling the its return instead of going to its war with people. Sometimes
just say send it back.
Send it back.
No problem.
Unless they can prove that if you've done something wrong, then they pay to ship it. So whatever, it's fine.
Yep. You just call their bluff, and they never send it back. Although sometimes they do, and then you just get it closed.
Yep. This is the end of our first outdoor show.
It's so nice out.
Yeah.
You can hear all the bugs and birds and stuff. Okay, you can check out our blog at scavengerlife.com for the links we discuss and to join the conversation on the forum. You can leave a question or a comment on our voicemail line. Again, that phone number is 540-407-8486. We post an episode every Monday morning. On Wednesday, we post a What Sells video where we show what sold and how much it sold it for. Currently being brought to you by Steven Schultz and his doggies and kitty. You can subscribe to us through iTunes or YouTube so you always get the latest episode. And we are ending this podcast in 3, 2, 1.
Goodbye.